BTS news. South Korea's entertainment scene has been rocked again by fast-growing rumors among fans, especially ARMY, as words circulated about BTS's sudden move to withdraw from social and media circles after its group mate, Park Jimin, was officially placed away from him on mandatory military duty. The silence of Jungkook, who was previously known to be very active, both on social media and in BTS internal communications, has led to great speculation. Is this just an ordinary emotional reaction to parting with a close friend, or is there something deeper enveloping their relationship? The big question then arises, what exactly is it about Jakook? It should be noted that the relationship between Jungkook and Jimin, or often called Jikook by fans, has long been in the spotlight. They are known to be very close, almost like brothers, even more. Since the beginning of BTS's debut, the two have often shown unique chemistry, supporting each other, sharing laughter, to emotional moments that often make ARMY shed tears. However, the temporary separation due to the deployment of the military turned out to be a turning point that many, including management, did not expect. The military's decision to place Jimin in a remote location from Jungkook is not unusual in the context of South Korean conscription. However, for Jungkook, this change seems to be more than just a regular rotation. Internal sources revealed that since Jimin was transferred, Jungkook began to show changes in behavior. He seems more introverted, rarely interacts with his colleagues, and is no longer even active in the internal military community, which is usually a place to release longing among BTS members who are undergoing military service. One of the first hints of Jungkook's change was captured in an internal training video that was leaked and spread among the ARMY. In the video, Jungkook appears to be silent as his colleagues joke around. His gaze is blank, and his body appears thinner than before. Shortly after the video went viral, social media was shocked by Jungkook's absence from the Weverse platform and Instagram, two of his favorite media outlets for greeting fans. Many began to ask, what was Jungkook really feeling? The issue was further heated when a former instructor who did not want to be named revealed to local media that Jungkook had cried secretly at night after receiving news that Jimin would be stationed at a different location and they would not be able to see each other for a long time. According to the source, Jungkook had asked his superiors to move to the same location, but his request was denied due to rotation and internal rules. This situation led to allegations that the relationship between Jungkook and Jimin was deeper than the public had understood. Not in a purely romantic sense, although much speculation points to it, but rather in an emotional bond that has been established over the years. Jimin has always been known as the place Jungkook leaned on, especially when he experienced great pressure as BTS's golden magne. On the other hand, Jimin also looks very protective of Jungkook. Even in small moments in front of the camera, Jimin's absence seems to be a big gap in Jungkook's emotional balance. Some fans noted that prior to the separation, Jungkook had posted cryptic messages about loss, change, and the importance of one's presence. One of the most touching messages was when he wrote, "Sometimes, the world feels quiet even though you're in the crowd," which was then allegedly a reference to his feelings towards parting with Jimin. The ARMY's reaction was mixed. Some feel sad and sympathetic, understanding that the emotional bonds of two people who grew up and matured together like Jimin and Jungkook are not easily separated suddenly. Others began to criticize the military's decision, questioning why the two members who had been known to be very close were actually placed apart, when many of the other BTS members got locations that were not too far from each other. Online petitions have emerged asking for the two to be reunited, although realistically, it is not easy to do because the Korean military system is very strict and rarely changes decisions on the basis of emotional relationships. Meanwhile, HYB's management chose to remain silent. No official statement was given on Jungkook's emotional state, though many hoped that the agency would at least provide an update or clarification to calm public concerns. In South Korea's entertainment world, mental health issues are no longer taboo, but remain a sensitive area. Therefore, it is not surprising that HYB chooses to maintain the privacy of the artist. However, several army members who are known to be close to the management's internal network leaked that BTS members who have not yet served, such as Jimin and Jakook, have been aware of Jungkook's condition and are trying to give him support from afar. Jimin reportedly contacted Jungkook's division commander to inquire about his condition, while Jakook wrote a personal letter sent through the military post, a very touching thing for fans who knew about it. This rekindled a long conversation about Jikook, a term originally used only by fans to denote Jimin and Jungkook's closeness, now a symbol of a bond that may be stronger than imagined. Many have begun to reconstruct the chronology of their interactions over the years, linking small moments that once seemed trivial but now feel deeply meaningful. One of the moments that is now back viral is when Jungkook said in an old interview that Jimin Hyung is the only person who can understand me without me even talking. That sentence is now considered a very honest statement about the inner relationship between the two. On the other hand, in his last live broadcast before enlisting in the army, Jimin said that he never imagined having to go through tough days without Jungkook around. That statement used to be taken for granted, but now it's heartbreaking. Their breakup wasn't just about physical distance. It was about losing an important part of their routine, comfort, and emotional strength. The two become anchors in each other's lives, and when one is taken from the other, the world feels lame. What makes this issue even deeper is the emergence of rumors that before Jimin's transfer, Jungkook had prepared a small gift in the form of a notebook containing handwriting and photographs of the two of them since their trainee days. The gift was said to have not been delivered in person due to the sudden transfer process. If true, then this proves that Jungkook was really hit by the breakup, not just as a friend, but as someone who had hung most of his soul on the existence of others. Now, many hope that time will heal the wound, that when the military service period is over, the two can meet again and welcome each other with a hug that is long overdue. But until then, big questions remain hanging in the air. Why did Jungkook pull himself so deep? Is he fighting in silence? And the most touching, is he just waiting for Jimin to return in silence, behind all the military calm that seems calm on the outside but rowdy on the inside? Whatever the answer, one thing's for sure. Jakook's story isn't just about two K-pop idols who are best friends. It is about two souls who grew up together, took care of each other, and now must learn to survive on their own in the dark. And for the army, they will continue to believe that no matter how far apart they are, Jungkook and Jimin will always find their way back to each other, because true love, friendship, and understanding never know distance. The days went by, but Jungkook's silence had not yet melted. For some fans who follow every second of BTS's development, this is one of the most stressful times in their history. There was no sound, no trace, as if Jungkook was deciding to step aside from the world that had been with him all along. No one knew exactly what was in his heart, but everyone could feel it. He was not well. Meanwhile, Jimin, who was away from Jungkook, also did not go unnoticed. He is indeed better at hiding emotions, accustomed to calming others, and keeping his own anxiety deep. But in some of the official military photos released, his face looks paler and his eyes are slightly puffy. Many thought it was hard to go through the day without Jungkook, even though he didn't show it openly.